start this video off. First, appreciate anybody that tap into it, just to hear it. Um, this is my take on Spence and Crawford as a fighter, as a man. Um, I've always been a Crawford fan more than I've been a Spence fan. I've been watching Spence since the amateurs. I didn't really see too much Crawford till he hit HBO. But through the years, I learned about them as individuals. And I come out of Dallas. I grew up in Oak Cliff. I grew up in North Dallas. And I've been around the city. So, boxing, which I come up under the tutelage of one of the finest Oak Cliff legends to ever lace up a pair of gloves, that I believe was a better boxer than Spence in his time. But no disrespect to Spence, but bro was really out there in that world, which took from him being able to live out his dreams. And that's a guy by the name of Sammy Peanut Ward out of Oak Cliff, Texas. Rest in peace to my big brother. 6-time Golden Glove champion. Boxed under David of David Bell's Bondsman, with a whole bunch of other cats that come out of the Golden Gloves, reach for the stars, back in the early 90s. So, with that being said, when I started to reference these two men, you gotta also take a look what's going on outside the ring here in the mindset. And Bud comes from where Spence don't come from. And it ain't to take nothing away from Spence, because I respect him. I respect what he done. I wish I could reciprocate and follow some of the path that I learned that his father followed with him, and dedicating his life to allowing his son to fulfill his dreams and become the man that he is today. So our respect, because that's what we're supposed to be with this. But Spence is the new Mike Tyson. And I'm going to break it down and give y'all a better understanding of why I feel that way. Even though Mike and Spence come from probably two different backgrounds, which we understand. Mike didn't have nobody. Spence had support. Bud comes from a place where a lot of these other boxers say they come from. Tank got a story more similar to Bud than Spence. But I understand loyalty. Broner say he got a story that's more closer to Bud than Spence. Wilder, I don't know his story like that. It comes from a different place because he has that background with the, you know what I'm saying? Because he's in the conversation too. Much love. I really respect these men and appreciate them. But I also see kinks in their armor. Just like when I reflect and look in the mirror, I see kinks in my own armor. But as a man, we want to evolve. to reach our greatness, uh, we can't pick and choose what areas we want to evolve in. Because just like we can find our weak areas and build them up, we still supposed to be putting more strength on top of our strength. So I realized that Bud, and there's no discredit to his upbringing, but it sounds like he comes from a place of hate. And when I say hate, that pain, that poverty, that, you know what I'm saying, that lack of nurturing. You understand what I'm saying? So going through life and making mistakes, he matured, he evolved, and he dedicated his life not only to what it was that he wanted to do, but for his family, and also opening the door for some generations behind him to come up. And I respect Spence for being a family man. I respect him for respecting his family, because I see it looked like he got a high regard for his father. You know, you see his children with him, and you know, this, that, and the other. But I feel like, and then once again, this is my opinion, I feel like when the cameras are off, they both change. And when I say they both change, I feel like Bud got to put on for the camera to promote his brand. So he has to open up more, but he never loses the balance of who he is as a person. I feel like that ain't the case with bro. I'm a Dallas nigga. So what I learned in life was I'm not better than nobody, and nobody is better than me. But with that being said, I make better decisions than some people, and some people make better decisions than me. So in this case, I feel like Bud appreciate the opportunity he's in, because he had to put in a little bit more footwork. He had to get a little bit dirtier. He had to go through a little bit more than what Spence did. And even with the car wreck, if he was out operating an automobile after being intoxicated, and not just a regular automobile, but a luxury sports car, maybe the choices could have been different. Bud said he got shot in the head, drove himself to the hospital, and humbled himself to understand and realize what he was going to dedicate his life to. Was it going to be the streets, or was it going to be this shit right here that I'm doing? Because niggas play in the streets. You can't play in the ring. So, can we say the same for bro? This is all I'm saying. There's no knock on him as a person, because we all make mistakes. It's about identifying with them to be able to evolve and grow from them. So if we can find a positive in the negative, then we've already won. So this is all I'm saying. Bro, to me, seemed like he been making better mistakes for a greater period of time. and not buying into the hype of who he really feel like he is, and buying into the hype of what he know he really about on some other shit, which is this image of the streets, which don't do nothing but give a derogatory image to another nigga. So, take for example, I come out of Dallas, so I get all of this. Bud come out repping Texas. Spence come out repping Texas. He repping Texas. You gotta lose yourself in the moment. The moment you get it, you never let it go. That was Eminem. That what he come out to. That what he come out to. It wasn't about no hood politics. It wasn't about no hood fame. Texas is one of 50-some states in the United States. So I'm just saying the mindset, it's not the same. And yeah, it's 2 years age difference, so you got 2 years on maturity. We all done been through something, but it ain't about, you know what I'm saying, what we go through, it's about how we come out of it. So this is an ultimate test for bro. This is an ultimate humbling for bro. Just like Mike had to go through what he went through with Buster Douglas. Supposedly Mike ain't, and I ain't saying bro wasn't on his game because he knew he had to be on his game. But I'm saying also this shit is bigger than just getting in the ring, hitting some gloves, running, drilling, get hit, spoiling, all this type of other things. Just that to go out there to do that. Now, man, this is a whole bigger picture, man, because this is about your energy. This is about what you got going, who you got around you, what you're involved in, what your mindset is. So, bro said, this his era. His era. His era. We can't expect, what we got was what we got. You got people coming from two different places of the mindset. We gotta put that into perspective because that's really the only reason why I watch boxing and am a student of the science. The science. Hit, not get hit. Box. The stronger person ain't always the better person. That's the science of boxing. So either we don't know what's going on, we don't care, or we buy into the hype behind any and everything because it's something about something that makes us feel some type of way. We usually tend to judge people off of observation, meaning, we like how they look. So when we looking at what we think we looking at, man, we can't sit here and really be like, nah, I ain't really tripping on that because this is about entertainment. Because that's not how we move. That's not how we move. That's why we ride the waves of our people when they in these positions and we get so attached to them because we vicariously living through them. And I'm just saying, with all that in mind, where I'm at in my life, the struggles, obstacles, hurdles, barriers that I've overcome, not in the physical here. I'm leaning that way. I get the struggle. Everything got the mud, but I don't neglect it like Mike did. I don't think that I'm above it all like Wilder did. Bro, Wilder could have been the greatest fighter of all times had he really just humbled himself. Don't worry about your power because it's there. You want to learn how to dance like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You want to learn how to swim in the water and not get wet. You want to learn how to be as if you was water. From the great Bruce Lee. So just imagine humbling himself just enough to say, man, my power ain't nothing. I'm just gonna learn. I'm gonna truly learn and execute the art, the science, the technique. Because that's what Bud did. He learned the technique of his craft. Spence did too, to a certain degree. Because he doesn't utilize, I ain't saying he ain't got it, he doesn't utilize the other aspects of the fight game. And that's boxing. Come on, man. Porter hit him. Yeah, Bud get hit too. Danny hit him. Yeah, Bud get hit too. Ugas hit him. Yeah, Bud gets hit too. But ain't none of them niggas that hit him knocked out the last 10 people they fought. We from bystanders' perspective. Get in that ring and try to knock another man out there. No, you trying to knock him out. Hell, let somebody come at your head and you can't pick up no gun. So we just gotta really understand what we're looking at. There's no knock against Spence because I feel like this will humble him enough to either want to rise up his game, come back smarter and stronger. Because I've heard the greats and the true greats. Ali said it. I've heard Mayweather said it. I've heard Roy Jones said it. Roger told Mayweather, this a thinking man's game. This a thinking man's game. Every time in the ring. Roy said, if I can outthink you, I've already beat you. You see how Muhammad used to always clown George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston. Michael Jordan said, this shit is 90% mental, 10% physical. And I believe that in life. They only fight, one night out of how many days? But the preparation and everything else you gotta do to utilize to get to where you're trying to go. So that's the only thing I really want everybody to really take it to perspective when we sit here measuring and we weighing the abilities of men. We can't fanboy our way through life and think from a place of feelings when you got facts that we're ignoring, realities and truths that we're ignoring. So if you rejecting the real, then what you left with? And I feel like, hey man, we got some good representation that's standing at the top of the mountain right now. I feel like we got some good representation that's standing at the top of the mountain right now. We want to talk about rituals, and I'll let others. I show you a ritual. I show you a ritual. Tell your mama don't bring her dancing shoes. Where they come from and why? Was it to be funny? Because that's a ritual. Yeah, that's a ritual. When that man win, and he bring his mama, his sisters, his wife, his children, even his daddy into that ring. And him and his mama and his sisters live in that moment, man. They live in that moment. So get off the fanboy stuff. Bro is who he is. And if he back, he back. But we got to take it to perspective and put it, always keep in mind, the choices we make play a part in the conclusions, even though we say it's in God's hands. So I want to leave everybody with that. Spence just unfortunately is the new Mike Tyson. Because you can't get bigger than the game, dog. And at the high stages, you gotta be ready. And regardless of the reason why people say that they believe he wasn't ready, he know. And if he don't, that was a good time to go look in the mirror, self-reflect, and figure out what it is and what I need to do different. And be honest with yourself, man. This shit ain't just about no boxing. This is real life. This is real life. And that man is a whole different breed. He throwback. That old cloth. That you must have forgotten shit. Just the hybrid version of it. And when I say the hybrid version, understood all of them terminologies. Smoking bud, come on, bro, that's not a good analogy. I'm stepping, that's not a good analogy. We bringing that street culture to this right here. We really on some hood shit, huh? Boss, I'm gonna take my belt off. I'm gonna take my belt off. But he also said, my people know I get active. We see what we want to see. But they say they hide the truth right in front of you.